This goes through, and this is our, there we go. You heard that clip? Let's do that again. Look at that, that sounds so great. Hello world! Today we're gonna talk about the Voila treat pouch and what makes it such a great bag. One of the things is that it's very simple. If you want to spend a little extra money and have a nice treat pouch with a nice belt, this is the way to go. Not a lot of parts to break on this. It's gonna be very useful for many years to come. Here we go. This is the Voila treat pouch, the new one that I purchased. So that's what it looks like. It opens nicely. We're gonna be talking about the features of this in a minute. It also comes with this heavy duty belt, right? And that's what this looks like. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, look at this. I like when the extra little pieces of things that we won't ever use again come on our tool, because like this that they use to keep the belt closed, I could use that to tie up some wires or something. So that's pretty nice. All right, and this is the belt that it comes with. There's a nice little clip here. Look at that. Another piece of plastic. That's a satisfying sound. Everything, this is metal. You know, that's pretty cool. The belt is a nice web belt. Oh, it has a nice little stretchy in it. So you can stretch it a little bit. That's kind of, oh, that's a band. Look at me work my shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 2. Anyway, back to business. This feels like a real belt. I think you could hold your pants up with this. This is a solid belt, and that doesn't happen all the time. Oh, that's even stronger. Oh, shoulder workout. That doesn't happen all the time when you get a treat pouch. So let's get on to the treat pouch now. This is what the reason I like this treat pouch so much, and the reason why I purchased it is because it's really a simple treat pouch. There's not many bells and whistles here, but it opens nicely and it stays open. It's a nice big pocket. Here in Boston, it gets cold outside. And when it gets cold, we still have to train our dogs. We still have to walk our dogs, but we want to be able to wear gloves and mittens. This nice big opening means that even if I have a glove on, I could get in, I could get my food, I could give it to my dog. Oh, sounds like there's something in there. What could this possibly? Look at that. They give you a little bit of oil. Nice. And even this oil bottle looks like it's top quality. And I think it should be for the price of this treat pouch, by the way. Comes with a little sticker. All right. And then a little oil bottle that has a metal pin. So that way you can put your oil into your bag. Why do you need oil? Because this bag has hinges. Now, the thing is that the hinges are mostly covered, like 90% covered. But underneath here, there's a little tiny hole. There's a little hole here and there's a little hole there. And that's that way we could oil our hinges. The bag moves pretty easily. You could bend it, you could flex it. It feels pretty strong. It feels thick. I don't feel it moving, so it feels thick. It feels like one solid layer. Maybe Frank will put the name of the material down on the screen somewhere, but it's a very plasticky, rubbery type material. It is waterproof. I could tell just by touching it. As a matter of fact, I'm sure that I could fill this with water and use it as a water bowl, right? I'm pretty sure of that. For all of you germaphobes and neat freaks out there, one of the best features of this Voila treat pouch is it's easy to clean. It is waterproof, but it's not recommended that you put it in the dishwasher. If you want to put this in the dishwasher, you're probably Earth's laziest human, because all you have to do is really just sprinkle some water in here, a little bit of Dawn soap, and in a second it's clean. Another cool thing about this is that they have this little hard plastic clip. That's where your belt is going to end up going. So I might as well just put the belt in here right now. In a minute, I'm going to show you guys the older version of this same pouch. And it doesn't have this. It's a little different. And I'll show you guys the value of that plastic clip. Right. There we go. See? Excellent. And then listen to this. That's so nice. Heard that? Ah, that's so good. All right, so that is the basic treat pouch. It's very basic. That is a benefit, but it's also a drawback because I like to have my bags, my poop bags. I also like to have pockets where I can keep alcohol wipes in case one of my bags have a hole in them. I could clean my hand. Even in Massachusetts, where this is legal, there's a little pouch where you can put your weed in there. So like those kind of things make a treat pouch much more useful for me. You guys don't see it, but Frank is over there cracking up. Anyway, that makes it a lot more useful for me when I'm using my treat pouch. I like to have it so it's one grab and go. But the belt is so good that I think we can attach things to our belt and really make a utility belt worthy of Batman. The dog trainer version of Batman, anyway. But this is pretty good. So the next thing we have to talk about is our hinges, because this pouch, one of the biggest features is the hinge. I always like treat pouches that stay open. I always like that. And I like treat pouches that when they close, it's kind of hard for the food to fall out, even if I do a backflip, right? Because I'm just doing backflips all the time. Trust me when I say that. So even if I do a backflip, I know that most of the food is gonna stay in. Although, you know, if you leave it in, say, your car and it falls into the seat and it turns up, yeah, the food is gonna fall out of there. So you wanna make sure that you keep it upright. But the hinges themselves, they are hidden from view, but you can feel them through the silicone, right? You can feel them and they're pretty beefy. So, this is the original one that my wife actually bought for me. The hinges here feel beefy as well, but I could feel a difference in the new one and the quality of the hinges versus the old one. When I originally bought this, I did not know about the port on the bottom. I have never oiled this before. I've had this for maybe 2 or 3 years now. This is what it sounds like. You could hear, you could hear those knees. Those knees are creaky. You know, you could hear the jumping around on that. While a new one will sound like this. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna use the oiling ports that's on here. And I'm going to use that in order to oil these hinges to see how they change. That means I get to use this little bottle here. Look at this thing. So here we go. And all I have to do is put this in here. And it says 1 little drop. Boink. I did 2 little squirts there, I think. And then I go here. Little quick, that. And I'm gonna shake this around a little more shaking, back to back, side to side. This is the first time I've ever oiled this lube, so I don't know if this shaking is actually working, but I think the way oil works, it probably is. Ooh, listen to that. So it got a lot quieter. It's not silent. Maybe I'll put a couple more drips of oil in there, but I really like that. I like that little oil port. That's gonna extend the life of the bag, of the pouch. So, yeah. So the original treat pouch that I bought years and years ago, if you look here, this is my only problem that I had with the treat pouch. If you look on the back where the belt attaches, there's a little silicone sleeve. And over time, what happens as we're moving the treat pouch back and forth is that it saws. The belt saws into that little silicone piece and it starts to cause damage. This is not a lot of damage because I actually use a lot of treat pouches. My cameraman, Frank, he just told me, because he has the exact same treat pouch for his dog, is more worn here. He's gonna show a little clip of how it could look if this is your primary treat pouch. But all of that doesn't matter if you're buying one today, because now it comes with that plastic clip. Look at that clip. Beefy. Oh, that's nice. Just now we're looking at the newest Voila treat pouches, and we heard that they have a sealed opening now. So we might have to do this again in like 3 years with the sealed opening, because I'm not buying another Voila treat pouch right now because they happen to be a little bit expensive. Voila, this video is not cheap or free. Y'all need to get in here. You need to sponsor us, straight up. All right, so let's look at how this belt, this is the exact same belt that the new one comes with. This is how this held up over time. If I unclip it, it sounds like that. When I clip it together, we have that metal sound. One little thing over time is that this clip, this is hard to see, that's supposed to pop down by itself the way the other one does, but now it stays up. I think if I put a little bit of oil in there, it will probably, and look, I have oil right here. It'll probably clean that right out and make it so that way it clips nicely. So putting it together, if I pass this off to a client who happens to have a different waist size than mine, this is easy to slide and clip in, you know, so it's easy to fit on anybody, really. It's really easy to move around. Oh, listen to that sound. You heard that? We could sample that sound and use it as a snare drum. Listen to that. Such a nice, I love things like that. Regular treat pouch belt. Let's do that again. I know it doesn't matter when you're training a dog, but I think it is very important for dog trainers, for people with dogs, to have a treat pouch, to bring it around when you have your dog. It's a way that you have something nice for the dog all the time, right? A treat, to me, as I define it for a dog, is a quick and easy token of appreciation. Every time the dog does something nice for me, I want to tell them, thank you for doing something nice for me. And instead of having to stop and give them two-handed petting, or to take out a toy and start playing fetch with the toy, instead of having to do that, I could just open my treat pouch and give them a quick treat. A lot of people think about, like, this looks like a fanny pack. I will not wear a fanny pack. You know what? Get over it. Get over it. Your dog is going to continue to misbehave because of your mentality. Another thing that people do wrong and that is hindering their training when they use a treat pouch is some people will wear it in the Gen Z version, right? Where they throw it over the chest, you know, and they're doing this. But the thing is, when you bend down and you feed your dog, it's gonna be hard to see here. The treat pouch starts to hang and it starts to swing. Most people wear it even bigger than this, so it's down by their waist anyway. And then it'll just swing and just whack the dog right in the head. I wanna keep my treats out of the way, and I want to be able to get to them without having things swinging around in front of me. So yeah. Martin, right. I see the light come on. I saw that right away. You're now watching Argo's dog training. Where's Grogu? I can see everything. I'm a trained fucking Mandalorian. Yeah. Ah, shit. Hey Martin, what are we talking about today? Well there, Mando. Well, Mando, we'll be talking about treat pouches today. What's a treat pouch? Don't you have a dog named Grogu?